Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.
Good
Night,
night.
everyone.
Good night. Good night.
Wow.
Good night.
Evening blessings and salutations. That was for Pinky.
You can't see my nose flaring over here, eh?
Oh,
That was a
God.
special one for Pinky. People, Pinky, you want to do that? What's going on? It's okay. What's going on? Everybody looks nice, you know. All the laser Pinky. Well, you want to talk about that? No?
About what?
All the specialness.
It's
Nice,
New
yeah.
Year's.
I ain't
It's
seen
New
you in a
Year's.
while. I ain't seen you in a while. No, I think it should be all the time. It don't have to be New Year's. I think you should do that all the time.
Thank you, Louis. Thanks for the compliment. You're being so
course.
nice to me.
I'm always nice. It's just that you got me going sideways sometimes. I don't know why.
Well, thank you for the compliment.
Well,
You're most
You
welcome.
look nice too, and everybody looks very nice.
That's what I said. Everybody looks nice. Women look lovely.
I
Definitely.
feel like you're lying
There
to
you
me.
go.
Thank you.
There you go.
Ranchi,
Is
you
that-
look
is-
very nice always, but you
That's
know.
a
Thank you.
Where's
Yeah, but
Thank
that's
you.
a chainy piece you got on there. That's
no.
it
looked
looks like
it, right?
it looks like it though. That's fly.
Thank you.
And of
Yeah, it
course,
sure do.
Halima always come with the subtle.
Ranchi, you
Halima always coming with the subtle Africanic soul system vibe. I just love that.
You know,
You
my
know.
niece told me the same thing over
I love
Christmas.
that. I
She's
love
like,
that.
I
I
will bring the
love
black
that.
power to the group.
That's it. That's it.
Power to the people.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Right?
I like the necklace. I like the necklace.
That's a good
Thank
one. Well, tonight is our last show for 2021. 2 days away for the new year. And we just kind of wanted to come on and have a lighthearted show to, end the year on a high note. And we all, I think, all have drinks. This is my bush tea in a wine glass, my
Bush tea?
lemongrass.
Why you finish that
Shit.
so
And
much?
it's all for the night.
Drink down so.
Huh?
But
Bush tea? Yeah.
I got enough for me. Enough for me. But
I have
Oh, for
ginger
me?
ale.
we're going on with this tonight.
Will you have Halima? Ginger
This
ale?
is ginger
Oh,
tea. Ginger.
Ginger tea.
Halima,
Mhm.
let's cheers. Halima.
Oh, yeah, he have
Come
ginger.
across, Halima. Come across, Halima. Toast. Toast. Come
Put
across.
on your drink, you know.
Toast.
Huh? There you
That's,
go.
I have ginger beer.
Good.
Salud.
I have cherry lime simas from the farmer's market.
Yeah, I like we saw Dre. Nobody gonna run.
I got to tell you a joke, my son. Like the other day, my son them cook, right? And they cook some beef and they put 2 cups of red wine in the thing. And I drink it and
What do you mean you drank it? You
I
said
mean,
What-
I eat it. Like I just saying the wine there. And
Ah.
I eat it and I
I
had 2
think-
cups of wine and they cook it for 2 hours. They cook
Okay,
it for 2 hours.
I think you're still affected, but it's okay.
But what I mean,
Wow.
what happened next? What happened next?
Ranchi, I was in La La Land. I get knocked out. I swear, like in less than 10 minutes, I was sleeping and it was 7 o'clock.
oh my
Hard.
God.
God, I was like,
Damn good.
Oh, Jesus.
so tonight I just doing the CMAS. Randy, it might have some effect. I hope not. Let we keep our fingers crossed.
We thought we'd get a coquito
I
tonight.
just mean you need to charge up, you know.
No
a
coquito
sign that
tonight?
you need to charge up.
Said I get Ranchi?
See, that's a sign. You need to charge up. You can't come to matter with that speed.
No, I don't need to charge up right now. I need to charge down. No, not right yet.
But speaking about St. Martin, Debbie, I mean, I'm geeked up about that. I mean,
Well,
tell us.
like I said, I know a lot of people right now we're going through this surge. But it was expected. It's Christmas, whatever. But like I said, for this trip, we are definitely going to take COVID protocol serious. And I don't care, vaxxed, not vaxxed. Everybody has to come with a negative COVID test.
Well,
Because
coming to the island, you got a choice.
yeah,
I was just about to say that's probably a requirement.
no, because vaccinated do not have to have a COVID test.
But you're making that a requirement
I'm
for
making
this
that
excursion.
requirement for this
That's
because
smart.
we are going to be in close quarters.
That's
And
smart.
for me, I don't want to, St. Martin doesn't have a large facility. And so I don't need us to come there to add to that. So I just want people to feel comfortable. And so we are going to definitely take COVID seriously on this
One
trip.
more COVID tonight. We down more fun.
We're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. With masks on, we're going to have fun.
Instead of there, you can have fun on every video that you watch. Because St. Martin is a fun place. Come to Las Vegas.
Exactly. Las Vegas in the Caribbean, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Well,
That's right.
I was telling Randy that and Halima that there was a post made by a Mercedes Peguero, and I just wanted to shout her out because she's new to the group. And I guess she went through a lot of the posts. So thank you, Randy, for bringing her on.
Mhm.
And she made a post that said, read through some posts and really liking the vibes within this group. Kudos to the admins and all the individuals that are keeping the great vibes flowing. Love and enlightenment to all. So I thought that that was definitely a nice way to
Wow.
end out
Yeah,
2020.
nice.
Thank you, thank you,
Yeah.
thank
Well,
you.
thank you, Miss Mercedes. We love you too.
So we gonna
That's a
talk about
humbug massive.
Mr. Lucian been posting
Humbug
left and
massive.
right this week, my son.
That's right.
Mr. Man, the poster.
Lucian, that's your neighbor them across the street from you, you know.
Oh, Mercedes?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't know she used to live in Hamburg, but I know her though. I know her very well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
straight
really,
across from y'all. But okay, go ahead. I'm
Okay.
sorry, people.
no, that's okay. I greatly appreciate that. And thank you for that post. Of course, that's our goal, to enlighten, at the same token, make it lighthearted, but to learn something, and help us grow.
Yeah.
So tonight, I posted the question today. What has 2021?
No, but before we get it, we gotta go to Lucian post because you didn't post nothing, and I'm curious to know what you say about that. And Janos and Halima and Ida.
About what?
Lucian
What
post
post?
yesterday.
What
Lucian
post?
posted that all
Which
of them
one? He
comments.
done post 50
What
billion.
post?
The one that had the 5 elements.
Oh, because none of those
God.
elements were
Yeah,
mine.
Yeah, but you said none, so I want to know what yours is.
Because
You
you
said-
still, I see you still drawing on your hand. What is that?
That's a star.
Oh, is that?
Mhm.
Let's take a look at that. Oh, there it is.
You ain't gotta be like that, You ain't gotta be like that.
I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it.
You're just trying to say my drawing bad. You
No,
guys.
but I like it because. What are you talking about? What you got to do?
So let me ask a question. So did you make a post? Did you post something on that? 5?
Yeah, but Mr. Downs had a comment. Yeah, I would think that people should be loyal above everything else. And I commented and I said, well, since we all got a difference of opinion, I guess we need to bring it up on the show then.
Oh,
What
Right,
post
Mr.
are you talking
Lucian,
about?
'cause he just had to dig me because of my choice. I think I know you were digging me, Mr. Downs. I know you were digging me.
he put this
Can you
post
mention
up.
the-
Can you see it?
Oh, that.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was definitely okay. Yeah.
In
Well,
order?
clearly, we're not going to respond to that.
We ain't got to respond to all
No,
that.
I'm
But
saying
Denise
clearly-
Ahon-
No.
Denise Ahon number 1 wasn't on the list. Oh,
No.
so I wanted.
Clearly, the men were not going to respond to that.
That's correct.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
I
think it
know.
was for the women.
Yeah.
Right.
I was very intrigued by the way how people responded though. I'm just like, a lot of people put just like some weird orders, and I'm like, that's interesting. So most of the group them
I was-
crying about men being loyal, and then they don't even put loyalty as the top thing. So I found it to be very strange. I was like,
Well,
okay,
since this is a funny version of what we got going on, 90% of the woman them that pick number 1 first as the priority, all of them ugly. All of them. And that's
them
probably why. And that's probably why that's a priority for them. That is so unfortunate that they just happy to get a number 1.
Exactly.
Oh God, that's funny.
You
Randy,
already
me-
start drinking, Randy?
Wow.
I am crying
I
on
have
that
that
one.
on my chest. I had that on my chest one time. I see the post, and I went through all of them, and I keep clicking on every picture, and I'm like, "Well, look at this! Oh my God, look at that! You can't be serious. Why you even post? You need to cool
Wow.
off.
Okay.
But
We
the
don't
answer is
censor.
Oh
Randy
wow.
Randy just come out the gate with that one. Boom.
Look what I'm saying. No
Yeah,
chase.
I agree. But I agree with Lucian. Loyalty should have been your first choice. Like,
anybody
I don't
else
understand why
substance
they didn't put that as a first
would
choice. It was so crazy
Because
to
that's
me.
a
Cheryl, I saw
because to
Cheryl
be
Joseph
loyal.
as one as the
But what Debbie put, Debbie said none of hers would have been. That's why I want to know what Debbie own would have been. And you ain't got answer the fifth one. And men, you got issue with certain things. You could leave out. You could just say what your number one was or your number two. You know, and maybe it is.
Well, we could switch number one for the obvious instead of the eggplant.
right,
It would be the cat,
exactly. You could
Right.
do it.
Right.
right?
Right.
So if that's the question, if that's what you're posing, what I gotta find out what are the options again?
Size, money, looks.
So we can't set size for. Well, yeah, you could say size for
you
the
still
cat.
could say size.
Yeah. No, you can't say size for the cat. Yes, you can say size for the cat.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
Okay.
I think it's safe to say that everyone likes a fat cat.
A what?
What you drinking, boy? What you drinking?
Drinking
A
beer?
PHAT.
Guys are
A
making
PHAT. Ratchet, you there with me? Ratchet, you there with me on that one? I know this shirt I ran it down too.
Let me drink my lemongrass.
Drink that bush. Let me go.
I gonna raise my cup to that. I'll raise my cup to
So
that.
I raised to that too. Yeah.
Janos, let me back up. You saying that's your number one? That would be
No,
your
I'm
number
not.
one?
No, I was just trying to make it the equivalent to what the women's option were. So it was the
okay.
women was talking about
So now
size.
answer the question. Okay, answer the question.
Yeah. So anyway, what was the question?
Size, money,
Loyalty,
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 or
personality,
Loyalty, personality,
money,
Looks
looks,
and money.
looks.
looks, size, then money. Money in this. I mean, come on, we all have our own
Money
money. I
is
don't need
last. Money is
So your
last.
first one is looks, then
No,
money.
he
loyalty,
said
loyalty,
loyalty.
personality.
Loyalty.
Because honestly, I think loyalty and personality are kind of close.
They are.
I think
They are
there's
the same
something.
thing, kind of.
They share something. They share some. Some
No,
component.
honesty is a part of somebody's personality. Yes, it is.
So
Yes,
and that
it
comes with
is.
loyalty. And that comes with loyalty.
No,
Yes, it
doesn't
is.
come with
To be a
loyalty.
loyal part is a part of your personality. Yes,
Part of
that's why I
personality.
pick
I think they
personality
share some
first.
components. They share some
Yes.
components.
That's why
they're
I
not
pick
one
it
and the same,
first.
but they share some components. So it would be that loyalty,
It's a
personality,
characteristic
looks,
of personality.
money, and then fat first, and then the money. Yeah.
Loyalty, personality, look, money, and
Definitely.
fat. No, I gonna put fat before money.
But I've seen quite a few. So anyway, we're not going to talk about that.
Because you could be broke and still have a good fat and have a good personality and have a good looks and all of that.
And so money will
And
always
be
be
broke.
last. Money will always be last, though. I don't
Right.
see that as being. I think from a male's perspective, I don't think we look. I don't think
For
I look
money.
for me personally. I don't look for a mate that has money, because clearly you're gonna bring your own.
Right.
And of course, coming together and you create that unit, then of course,
Right.
you can become financially sound together, I guess. But that's not something that I commonly look for in a.
Just because you put size last, that don't mean size ain't good. It's just saying in order of importance.
I didn't put size last.
No, I'm just saying.
It's out of importance. It's just answering the
Order
question.
of
Yeah.
importance, So ain't that it bad or it good. So I wouldn't put money last.
Be honest, Ranchi. So what yours is?
Going with personality. Your personality gonna catch me before your loyalty. Loyalty second for me. Oh, stomach, then looks, then looks, and then money, and then size.
So let me ask you this then. So then
Yeah.
you're saying that before you see how good the person look, you're gonna be attracted to them because of their personality?
Yeah.
Can be.
I find that difficult because
You
remember we're
can't
visual.
look.
We're
Listen,
visual.
Yeah,
you know
you
the funny
can't look
thing?
across
You know
the
the
hall
funny
and
thing?
say her
You know the funny
personality
thing?
is great.
Look at Anna Lucia. The funny thing be right. You could look at something at first glance and they're gonna look good, but the longer you sit down and look at it, they get ugly, you know.
Well, until you open your mouth. When you open your mouth, it get
The
ugly.
longer you look at it, they get ugly, you know. All of a sudden the eyelashes come off, the weave fall off, the braids come out.
Oh,
I
you
don't
go
even
for natural.
I don't
You
even
go
look
for
at that.
you go for natural.
You
Yeah,
take
I
out
don't
the
even.
broad, the breast drop. Listen, boom, say a little snag when you take
Go
out
for
the jeans.
natural. Go and look for Halima type.
enough. But personality, the personality that gonna add to the conversation, how that person is vibe and move. So that gonna catch you more than the looks. The looks gonna get you looking. But the personality is a line that's a line that gonna draw you in. So I can go personality
Well,
first and then loyalty and looks. Check me one
nah,
shade.
I different because you
Because at
can't
the
tell
same
all of
time,
that from just
it's
a look.
order of importance, eh? It's order of importance. That's all I'm saying. I mean, because I put
Okay.
looks down there, that don't mean I can pick up something ugly. Something I don't like. No. It just means it's order of importance.
Right.
Importance.
Okay.
But
Sure.
based off of the statement, based off of the statement, that was, yeah. Put up the,
I love Branchy answer. I love Branchy answer.
Randy, what you were saying?
I was saying men are visual. So for we to even look at you to find out any kind of information, you have to have looks. So if we was to really break it down, you had to be attractive for us to even come to you first. Then after you open your mouth, we will understand how attractive you've become. Then
Exactly.
later in time, based on your personality, we would understand your loyalty. And from after we find those issues out, then we will understand how size would matter. And then at the end of the day, again, we don't care about your money, so your money still lasts. But men are visual. So if you're not pretty, we will never find out your personality. We will never know how loyal you be, or how fat, or how broke you are. We would never know that.
And that's true.
every pot got a different cover, brother.
That's
Of
true.
course, without a doubt,
Every pot got a different cover.
for sure.
I still feel, even if you go with a bank, let's say you go with a bank all the time and you go with the same teller, and she didn't catch you by first sight, but every time you come there, she have a little personality with her. Oh, you know, she got a little spunk with her. That gonna draw you in. Gonna make you start to pay attention. She maybe wasn't the cutest one in the lineup, but every time you come there, she don't want her to draw you in because of personality. That's that's me. Not me, you know.
Right.
I'm not saying looks doesn't matter. I'm saying
That's not
personality
how
will
you
get
define
you.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
We
I don't like
agree with you.
I like the answers though. I like how the thinking. I like how I don't think how I break it down.
Don't try to understand us, Bingy.
I do. You're explaining it very well, and you know it's good to hear a man perspective. But yeah, man, you next. Don't think you're gonna get out of it.
I mean, really and truly, like I'm a visual person, so I have to like see something in you that I like, even if it's not like. I mean, I'm an eye man, so if you got like beautiful eyes, you'll draw me in. You know what I'm saying? Then of course, you know, I want to see a conversation, so your personality, and then also your loyalty. So I was kind of on the track what Randy was saying, but then I understand the concept behind the personality, because your personality will kind of pretty much tell you if a person will be loyal or not. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, you know, the fatty catty, and then money. You know, because I'm just like, we can build together. You can come with yours, I can come with mine. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like a necessity when it comes to like a relationship with me. Most definitely. But you know, I think personality, you know, that kind of makes or break a relationship, and loyalty too. So that's why I was so like, all of these women were just not even like hitting on the loyalty, and I'm like, but so much of y'all saying that you want a loyal man and y'all ain't getting a loyal man. So I'm like, it's not.
Because I pick personality first, loyalty second. personality is false, because if you have to have your personality tells me if you're an honest individual. If you're a negative person, also agreeability is a characteristic of personality. You gotta look up what characteristics of personality is. So you can meet a person. I know many people who are very loyal, but me want nothing to do with them. They ain't my type of person. They're negative, they're nasty, they don't talk down to people, they're judgmental, they're argumentative. Thinking want nothing to do with them people, but they're loyal. They're loyal. Loyal is a part of your personality. So that's why personality could go first, that I choose first. I don't know if you're loyal based on your personality. You're an honest person, you're an agreeable person, you're a kind person, even though kind is not a characteristic. But these things show up in your personality. It tells me who the person is. So I was one of them who picked personality first.
And then
So the concept,
And then
took from this
loyalty.
is that your prioritizing, right? That's what we're doing. We're prioritizing.
Yeah.
So if we prioritizing, then the list more than likely would change. But if you put reality to that list, you are not going to know that that guy at the end of the bar that looked like a monkey is one of the greatest people with loyal attributes and all those things, because he's not attractive. So you're not going to go over there and talk to him to find out if he has a great personality. There has to have some kind of attraction for you to want to even get to that point to say that you can converse with this person and find out more about them.
Exactly.
You're
Good point,
right, but
especially that's true.
you seeing attractiveness from one spectrum to the other. You seeing it as whether you're very handsome or you're very ugly.
No.
That's not what he said.
Many look, a lot of us
He
women and men will vouch. And Halima and Debbie, you didn't answer the question yet, so don't think I on slip slide. But
No, you missed the point.
many
You missed the point.
a lot of women and men have been with very attractive people, very attractive, and we find out the hard way. What the hell was that all about? Right? So attractiveness ain't got nothing to do with it for me, because at the end of the day, if your personality sucks and you ain't gonna treat me good and you ain't gonna be loyal, why care about how good you look?
You missed my point. You missed my point. What I'm talking about is initial contact.
Initial
so if
contact.
He's ugly
Yeah.
and he's at the, right. If he's ugly and at the bar, and you're on the opposite side of the bar, what is it about him sitting at the end of the bar that's going to attract you to go over there and talk to him and find out his personality?
In Pinky case, is wearing 2 socks with sandals.
Yes.
That's a deal breaker. That's a deal breaker for Pinky.
And there you go.
Number one, me ain't going over. I ain't walking over to no do to talk to her, but I'll say good evening or whatever. That's about the most I'll do good evening. And if I say good evening and we have a conversation, we ain't gonna go over and be like, hey, that's your thing. That's
Pinky, you wouldn't initiate that conversation?
I would say hello to people. I say good evening. I ask people how they doing.
Okay, so that's okay. So you would.
You
would.
need to stop it, because
Wait,
I
let me
know
tell
if you see any dude wearing only sandals with socks, you don't say you ain't talking to them.
She don't talk to you exactly. She talked about that before. Oh God, did she
You
talk
don't
about
want
that?
to even hear if the man got a nice personality or nothing.
She talked about that. But that's all right. But you know what? But that's okay, because each of us, each of us, we have things that we may not.
This is what I learned.
Maybe a deterrent.
I learned this lesson that actually the style, because I was complaining about the type of socks. It wasn't the sandals and socks. Debbie was the sandals and socks dude, not me. I was complaining about the type of socks, but what I actually find out was the guy was actually very fashionable because them socks that he were just wearing them 2 years ago. And I was like, you see, Pinky, you were dead wrong. So guess what? That's why I was dead wrong about the socks.
He was a trendsetter. You see that? He was a
trendsetter. So
imagine how you'd have been now. Imagine how you'd have been with him now.
Exactly. Y'all would have both been wearing.
I don't want to. Sorry, I don't want to.
That would have been probably been a dope relationship.
Well, let me try that in there.
It's
Randy.
okay. Let me let that go. That's the past. Yo, we that YouTube? No, stop.
She's jumping.
Oh wow.
Halima, you have thing.
Yeah,
Who,
yeah,
me?
Randy. Based off of
Oh.
what you were saying there, right? Okay,
Uh-huh.
okay. Let me look at it this way, right? And I'm gonna help all of you figure this one out now. If you are already in a relationship with somebody, how does this list make the person? Guide it
Personality,
based off of you being already in a relationship with this person.
loyalty, personality, looks, ponani, and then money.
Okay, I can answer that.
Well, you know what? I like how you came up with that, Ranchi, because
Yeah, that's a good
you know,
choice.
as the
That's a good choice.
situation, as the situation changed,
If you're going to look at it based off of looks, if you just off of the first interaction with somebody, yeah, everybody
Right.
gonna go with looks first.
right? I mean, of course, your answers are
If
going to
you're already
change because
in
the
a-
situation has changed,
Yeah.
right? Okay,
Correct.
I like
All
that.
right.
So then
You
what
change the
is it?
dynamics of it, so now the list is going to
Exactly.
change
Yeah. Yes.
automatically.
Right.
Exactly. So I like that.
So
In
then
fact,
what
in
is
fact,
it?
in fact, we can answer it now, and in the next 10 years, we can ask that same question, and guess what? It's
It'll
gonna change
change.
again.
Mm-hmm.
So I like how
Well,
you
it
did that.
shouldn't change. It shouldn't change if it's legit.
Well, no, because then, like,
Minds don't change.
because what you want at that time might be different from what you need at this time. So, like, if this person ain't bringing no money to the table now, you'd be like, damn, I really think that money should have a higher priority. If the woman have, like, she don't have that, like, what you want or whatever, then you'd be like, damn, I gotta find somebody who have like some better fatty catty or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
I think like at the moment,
It can only go one way if you're fat. Skinny.
Well, I'll interject with that, and I'll show you a different perspective. You know
Right.
how people make marriages 30, 40, 50, 60 years, bro?
right,
Think about that. How they make that last so long. Why? Because the loyalty stayed the same. The person never changed. The looks might have faded, but because you know who you have and what you got, bro, it don't matter what she look like. And after your ding dong don't walk and her foot don't open no more, it's her personality and loyalty that's going to remain the remainder of them years together, bro.
That's right.
It can't change.
That's right.
Not true love. It can't
Personality,
change.
loyalty, looks, money, and the pumps. After a while, the pumps gonna get normal. Pumps ain't gonna be
Yeah.
also amazing.
Yeah.
Before you
So-
Why,
do, you make it
why are you looking like that?
I have a totally different perspective on that.
the
Well,
pumps
Oh, okay.
what it is.
Well, share it, Yano. Share it.
I mean,
Yeah,
like we asked the question presently, how I would now definitely the fat cat because that just did it, boom, and then the booty is just boom. But that's it's prevalent, right? But wait, because it's there, it's just obvious. It's just obvious. But the personality is the individual is such an amazing person that it's everything else just aligns. So you got the personality and the loyalty comes with just being that beautiful individual. I talking about what Ranchi's perspective would know. So yeah. And then everything just happens naturally. But I want to touch on what Randy said because Randy talked about 30, 40 years from now. You're right about the loyalty and the personality. I think the only thing I would say is that the change that is made, because we don't stay the same. We don't stay the same. People we grow. I think the change that's made is a change that's made together. So because we've been this unit for such a long time, we've developed together. We're gonna grow together. So we're gonna progress together. So that we make changes along the way, but we make changes that are aligned with each other. So just to add to that.
Okay.
I agree.
And to serve for 30 years, Randy, because I was with my late husband for 30 years. Things do change, but you get how to say this.
But there's compromises that are made along the way, and those compromises that are made are the art of compromise has to be integral because that has to be part of your growth.
Right.
You understand? As a unit, it has to be part of your growth as a unit.
Right.
Because you
So
can't just keep
I
doing
want,
one thing all the time and expect, somebody to
Correct.
stay that way.
Correct.
You have to, you understand?
Well, like you, Pinky, I was married for 20. So I understand the concept very well. You understand? As retarded as I was, now I could understand the concept because in my mentality and the way I look at longevity, I want to be 65 sitting down in a corner reading a book and look over at my wife and just start to laugh for no reason. And her questioning would be, well, you gone crazy already? No. It's because I look at you and I see the same beautiful person and just grateful to have you in my life for these many a years. And because you was a solid individual, and like Yano said, we grew together, we compromised, and we continue to share this unity. That's the goal. And it had to start from somewhere. So, like Ranchi had his start, Lucian will have his start. Janos, you have your start. I have my start. Everybody on the panel has their start. But I think not getting away from it, I just feel that because we're all individuals, we all have a different start. And I think
right.
as long as all of we are true to ourselves, regardless of your start, it's how you finish, man.
Good
And that's
point.
very true. And
Good
piggybacking
point.
on what you're saying as well, I think as Louis was saying, and I think you were saying as well, is that the whole dynamic of the unit. You know what I'm saying? Because at first we're starting to talk about us as individuals, what we want
Right.
individually. And then we
Correct.
merge as one, and then we started to be like, okay, this is how we are as a team. Because then our dynamic
Yeah.
changes. You know what I'm saying? So I totally understand where you're coming from. Yeah. And it
Cool.
should change. Should
Halima, do
change.
you want to say anything?
Not really, but
Yes, sir. You're a girl,
Come
but
on,
not really.
Halima.
But not really. Come drop your line.
uh, because like for the list, it's only like really truly two things I had like on the list, and that was the personality and the loyalty, and that was it for me. But if I had to use the list in order, it'd just be
Well, okay, if you
personality.
don't have to use a list, what would your top five be? Because I know mine are not none of these.
So it's personality, loyalty, and compatibility.
That's Louis.
Cause
Like,
it
Debbie
just
has a
have,
separate list. Debbie always has a separate
yeah,
list.
So that would be for me. Like I need somebody who with a good personality that gonna match mine. And I should say a good personality, a little bit opposite of mine, and loyalty and compatibility. Because if you, like I was telling you the last time, I need somebody who is going to be able to, when I have my allergy attacks and I sneeze in 10 times in less than 6 seconds, they're just going to bring me a tissue and say, okay, baby, I know you're having a bad day. Instead of somebody who can just go off and be like, oh, I'm so tired of you this nonsense. So I need somebody who can be compatible. Their personality can like play off of mine, make jokes about it, things like that. So those are the three things that be important for me. Money, and I think if you have the right person in your life, the money gonna always come. So I don't really worry about the money. And like everybody was saying, after a while, the looks gonna fade. After a while, you can't have sex. So those are maybe the three most things left that be important. Like you want to be next to somebody that you actually gonna like 10, 15, 20 years from now.
Cool.
Good answer.
Well,
Proper.
like I said to Lucian, I none of these five were my top five for priority.
Mhm.
For me, um, what's important is someone who has a belief in a higher power. Um, Second, integrity. Third, um, values. Fourth, healthy family relationships. And fifth, compassionate. Those are
Hmm.
my priorities.
But
Mhm.
shouldn't that fall under
There's nobody on the planet
personality?
ought to have that.
Yeah,
Huh?
that's I mean, isn't that like under personality, kind of? Some of
Yeah,
them traits?
some of those traits are under personality, but I
Yeah.
Like
mean,
subcategories, that's what going on.
Yeah, that's what I'm
But
saying.
Debbie had her list a long time ago.
but you know, I have my list. Like
Yeah,
I've had it.
she's just been on
So
this
for
list.
me, because I understand, I mean, the loyalty is an important thing, but I think at the end of the day, if you have integrity, there's a whole lot of things that fall underneath having some integrity, you know? And to me, I again, with all the little dating that I went on, I've come to the decision that these things were important because, you know, there's people that have great personalities and I can get along with them, but ain't nobody I want to be with. You know, we can be friends, we can hail up each other every so often, but that's not, you know, so personality is important because that's going to kind of draw you. But for me, the biggest thing is integrity is very important to me because I think that I prefer to have somebody who is going to be honest about anything. And it's for me to decide whether or not I like it or not and be compassionate in being honest, you know? So those things are, you know, normally it's Pinky who's all the way out there, but I'm the odd
Yeah,
one.
I just answered the question. Plus, I don't have a list, so I just answered the question. And I'm glad the answers was provided, so it was a multiple choice.
That for Debbie, that was like the Matrix, the red or the blue. Debbie gonna say, "No, I want the green one." They want to give you the pill, the red or the blue pill. Like, no, I want the green pill.
Not just because of all the crazy experiences I've had. And so to segue, one of the things that I had posted today was to ask everybody if there's anything that 2021 taught you, good, bad, or indifferent.
Wow.
Everybody got
A big question.
Start with Pinky and go up the road.
There we go.
Start
I
with
know for
Pinky and
me,
go up the
one of the
road.
things that 2021 taught me, like I always think that I'm like a easygoing person, and I don't really let things like rattle my feather, and you know, but 2021 told me that mental health is very important in guarding your mental health. And when people frazzle it, or little people frazzle it, or anybody frazzle it, you have to find a way to take care of that. Sort of that whole put the what do you call it on your face in the plane,
The oxygen
Oh,
mask.
mask on yourself so that you can be well for everybody else. So that's one thing. And the second thing, of course, with this whole pandemic, just to appreciate and love on people because tomorrow is definitely not promised to anyone. I don't really like always tell a whole bunch of stuff, but the other day, my daughter texted me at 4:00 in the morning and told me that she was at the emergency room because my grandson had a seizure.
Oh, wow.
He's like a healthy kid, like doesn't ever have colds, but apparently he went to sleep and he got like a nighttime fever and it went so high that it caused a seizure. And so again, that just happened the other day. Those things teach you that you truly have to love on people. He's fine. Talked to him a couple hours later and it was like, hey grandma, how are you doing? Are you okay? You having a good day? Yes. So he was back to normal, but it just teaches you that we really truly have to love on each other and because you just never know. So that's what 2021 has taught me.
Good.
Everybody quiet. So
There's so many lessons. There's so
I
many
know
lessons.
there's a lot, but I mean, if there was one major or two major that you would take away from 2021, what would it be?
I think that no matter what, if your character is being assassinated or you're going through like a relationship breakup and stuff like that. I mean, no matter what, is everything is temporary. You know what I'm saying? And I think that at the time it mightn't feel like if you're gonna get over it or you're gonna, come up on top, but you do. You can't stay down forever. You know what I'm saying?
True.
So you just have to have faith in yourself and your abilities, and then you prove people wrong and you do what you gotta do and rise above.
Amen.
That's how I see it, and that's what 2021 taught me. And there's always gonna have people in your you're gonna have people in your circle who you think are for you, and then you learn eventually that they're not for you. That's a very important lesson because people will put their head and a block for individuals, and then when it comes down to it, it's like, what? That person really don't have my best interest at heart.
True.
So it's been a very interesting 2021, but I know that belief in self, belief in a higher power is something that definitely brings you through your most difficult times, man. You know, and
True.
what the creator have planned for you, nobody can change that, no matter what they do or what they say. Nobody can change that. Straight up. So that
True.
was my lesson for 2021.
Excellent. Who wants to go next?
I have
I always
nothing for
talking,
you.
so I'm gonna let somebody go.
I don't have
Vicky always
anything to
last.
tell you, and I feel like I'm gonna say I don't have any lessons to learn, and I got him like, oh really? So let me come for you now, since you didn't learn anything in 2021.
Right in the last 2 days.
But this year has been a very chill year for me. I have no
Mm.
complaints about this year. Everything I said I was gonna do for the year, I did it. So
Excellent.
I don't. But God don't come for me now because I said that.
No, but
I'm gonna
that's
take. I'm gonna
good.
take
That's
a.
good. That's good though.
I'm gonna take a stab at this. And it's not heavy. Just what really stands out is being patient, and learning to deal with isolation. I say isolation because the pandemic clearly has taught us what it is like to actually be alone.
Mhm.
And I said be alone, I mean not amongst a lot of people that we're used to, being. So for me though, it was really more personal because I'm literally alone, and so that definitely you. I don't know, when you're alone, you start to think about a lot of things.
Mhm.
You have a lot of time on your hand to do a lot of research or reading and stuff like that. So it's reading and has definitely opened my mind to a lot of things. And patience, like I said, is one thing. Um, and being, I've mentioned this before about being spiritual, but spirituality definitely plays a role, and that has a lot to do with the isolation because you think you're talking to yourself, but trust me, somebody listening.
Oh yeah, somebody's
Trust that.
always listening.
Trust that.
True.
Yeah.
Raunchy?
Oh, and was it? What was the question? That was a question.
Yeah,
That was
that was
it.
a question. That was a question.
Oh, and definitely,
Yeah,
I
what you
was I
learn?
was. Oh, what? Okay. What I learned. Well, I was. Well, anyway, we're going to 2022 another time. Go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna go to 2022.
Yeah. Well, like just based off of what Janos was saying, I agree with that. The self care, the isolation. More on time though, giving yourself time with emotions, time to heal, like really setting to yourself, like understanding yourself, respecting yourself, truly
Mhm.
understanding who you are as a person, what you need, uh, accepting that everybody can't give you, what you want. Just need time to learn yourself,
True.
learn and understand. Yeah.
Mm.
It's enough for 2021. Yeah.
How about you, Randy?
Uh, I learned a lot of stuff, but the most important thing I learned me. I understand my value. I understand my will, and I gonna iterate on everything that everybody said here today. You know, understanding that people are not always for you, no matter what they put up.
Right.
You don't know if you have a soldier until you go to war and the first
For real.
bullet pass. That's when you're
Mhm.
gonna realize if you really have a soldier or you don't. And unfortunately, we have so much social media and so much fake stuff that is going on and perpetrating that real people is hard to come by. So if you have real good friends, make sure you take care of them people because they're real good friends. And being a little bit more understanding of your time alone is really necessary for you to understand who you are, what's your purpose, move in a more spiritual manner, give time for healing, uh, better time for planning. So I would say that I learned from 2021 that my value and how great I am as an individual for what I've overcome in the 2021 and all the adversities that I'd faced. And I gonna give shout outs to all my core friends that when I call you answer the phone. You know what I mean? And the advice that was given and the the everything support that was necessary to get over the hump. So going forward, I think in 2022, I could only build upon everything that I've reached thus far. So that's what I got.
Excellent. Trina?
Well, I don't even know why you said, because I don't know what's going on with my internet tonight. But um, I mean, I've been on this journey for a long time. So I mean, I had Vincent passing, my mother passing, very dear friend of mine's passing, all in the same year. I've been through a lot in the past like 6 years. And for me, I was running from life. I keep my head down. I just read, pray, went to church, keep my head in books. I studied a lot on spirituality, Christianity, whatever. I just spent a lot of years studying, but never actually being forced to apply to life. Like I applied it to things like that, but to myself, like receiving life, like living life, enjoying life. Like Pinky, you did it for everybody. You know how to be there for everybody. You know how to love people. What about yourself? So I think this year was a year that forced me to make Pinky a priority, which I never do my whole entire life. It was always about everybody else. And I mean, the situations that I were in, I don't know if I could actually make myself a priority, but you know, they was what they were. But now when the opportunity did arise, what was I going to do? Was I going to go back to the old Pinky? Was I going to do things the old way? Or was I going to grow up, rise up and become a different person? So that's why we're forced to do this year. I was forced to actually apply life to myself, everything that I was teaching, what I was saying to other people. How does that apply to you? Making myself a priority. And it's like Randy and everybody and Lucia and Sight, I heard what you guys said. I had to get a sword in my hand and I had to cut off people. And I gonna still do that. You know, like if things don't serve my highest good, I cut you off. If you don't have my best interest at heart, I cut you off. I mean saying that you have to treat me or put me on a pedestal or stuff like that. But I know the person I am and I embrace who I am and I embrace my good and my bad. That's something else I learned this year, to embrace your good and your bad, accept you for who you are, Pinky. This is all a part of accepting Pinky and living life. But why do I keep so much baggage in my life? Things that just weighing me down, that were making me tired, that were aging me. You know what I mean? So that's another thing. I just cut people off if they, and I continue to do that. If it don't work for me, if I don't care where you be, friend, family, or whatever, if you're gonna be in my life, if you're gonna be reaping havoc in my life, if you're gonna be causing trouble, if you're gonna be nasty, you're gonna be judgmental, I don't need it. And I don't even want it. So that's a vital lesson that I learned this year. But live. Because like everybody said, I know life was short because I see Vincent, he never make it to 50. My mother was 85. And I know on her deathbed, if she had more time to live and be with her family and her loved ones, she would have. This is why I said life is short. No matter how long we live, we still want to be there for our loved ones. We still want to be there. So no matter how long we live, when we reach that end, some people will be ready to go, but the majority of us don't be ready to go. And the majority of us are not willing to let them loved ones go either. So life's short, live it, enjoy it every single day the best way you can, and be thankful, grateful to God every day because he got your back. That's why I learned.
Cool. Excellent. So going forward, because I kind of look like I bring down the mood. So going forward for 2022, is there like something out of the box, a goal that you want to achieve? Something crazy, not the normal regular stuff, working on fitness goals, is there something really different out the box that you want to do in 2022? I'm going to stop. For the longest, I keep saying I want to do a zip line. I keep saying I want to do it. That's just because I have a fear of heights. And so, and everybody can hold me accountable. When we go to St. Martin, I go in on one of them zip lines.
Proud of you.
Good.
Proud of you. Put it in the atmosphere. Everybody doing it.
Yeah, now everybody got to hold me accountable. So yeah, that's something crazy I'm going to do for 2022.
So
Everybody doing it.
this is for the Virgin Islanders and you, Debbie. One of the things I always wanted to do, and I think this year I would like to push on that, is I would like to be involved in some kind of charity walk. Never have I done that. Um, I always thought about it. My biggest dream in that area was to take somebody off the street and rebuild them, and hopefully that they would pass it forward to somebody else. I just never know who, what, where, when, why. Um, I don't want to take this too long, but people that do things to establish credit on themselves is nasty people when you're using, unfortunate folks. If you're gonna do it, do it. Don't worry about no credit. Just do it. You know what I mean? That's where the integrity comes from that we were talking about earlier. Well, you need somebody to see that you do something nice for somebody that can't do nothing back for you. You got to talk about it back. I ain't in all of that. So if there's something about where I could participate, I mean, me trying to get big or nothing, I just want to, be a part of a vibe where I could help somebody that in a good a place as I am. Mind you, me, I ain't got a pot to piss in or the window to pelt it, but I always know there's somebody less fortunate, and I really want to push forward next year in helping somebody get on their feet to a better way of life.
Excellent. We can
It
work on.
has this
Go
it
ahead.
has this nonprofit on St. Croix. They've been doing some really good stuff. I can't remember the name offhand, but when I do, I inbox you. And they're pretty much like going out there, like helping the less fortunate. And I mean, they're not posting everything they're doing, but I think that the agency that is, it's just amazing because we walk around and see people every day on the streets, and it's like it's nothing. We become so desensitized when it comes to that, and it's horrible. Because how can we, move forward as a civilization when the less fortunate are left there to suffer? So when I get the information, I'll give it to you, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
just can't remember
Thank
what to
you.
start with.
Yeah, thank you.
Excellent. And we will check back with you on that too.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any goals?
Well, I gonna do a lot. This year I did a lot. This year I break a lot of my border I break down them walls, Randy. Last time you said you had walls, I can't remember how thick your walls was, but my walls was, I call mine the wall of China. They were unreachable. I break down them walls this year, and next year I'm gonna break down some more walls. Like I went on a helicopter ride. I drive up to South Dakota. I really do some like really things. And this year, for sure, my plan is to see some bioluminescent plants and animals. I can't even say too good because it's making me nervous. I'm afraid of the dark too. So I really afraid of the dark, and I really afraid of the water. But I gonna do it. Even if it's just the shorelines. Even if it's just the shorelines. I gonna wear a lot of wear some thick boots You know, I got fun in my. Yeah, because
But you know, St. Croix has one of those, right?
Yeah.
I never knew that until
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah.
I never knew that, and my
yeah.
friend was telling me that that Puerto Rico had it. Kareem,
Yeah.
who was here because she lived in Puerto Rico, and I was like, yeah, I want to see that. And then somebody said, but the guy's in St. Croix. I said,
Mhm.
Get to St. Croix.
you ever saw that?
Carambola by Carambola.
No, over by
I missed that.
Carambola.
What do we look?
Yes, Salt River.
by Salt River and
Isn't it by
over.
Carambola?
No,
Carambola
no,
has a zip line.
What we
Carambola
look
has a zip
inside?
line.
Animals
Oh,
and
yeah.
plants that are light up in the night. You could only see them in
Bioluminescent.
pictures.
Bioluminescent tour.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's in Salt River. By the
Okay, you could go
mangroves
out
there.
by we went on a boat and in nighttime it was at Easter and it was by Cane Bay. We camped next to Cane Bay Beach. And we're in a boat in the middle of the night. We just rowing and you just seeing the
Yeah.
like you know.
It's just the idea of me being on a
Same
boat
area.
in the night underwater just petrifies me. But you know what? I gonna do it. Even if it's on land with boots, I gonna do it this year. I gonna do it. I gonna do it. My friend teased me and they tell me, well, you never hear of an octopus dying from killing nobody. So what you so afraid of? And I was like, I thought octopuses don't kill. So I don't know why I was so afraid. Like, you know what I mean? Like I was like, no, I afraid them things.
Sharks do.
Really?
For real, right? How about you, Louis? You have something that you want to attain for 2022? Out of the box?
New drapes.
That'd be good.
Just
That'll
new
be
drapes.
That'd be good.
That'd be good.
I was told I need to change my drapes so I can change my drapes. I like that. But anyway.
That's a really good plan.
I mentioned this before in 2020 going into 21. I'm say it again because I think it's important for all of us. I think for everyone to have a level or some sense of being financially sound, being secure. I think that's important. For me, it is, and also definitely my children also play a very special role in my life. So every aspect of them going forward in 2022, everything.
Cool. How about you, Ranji?
I'm not.
Oh, by the way, is a sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, Ranchi, but it's the collective collaboration, Lucien.
That's the name of it?
I think that's what you're talking about. Yeah.
Follow them
Okay.
on Facebook. Mhm.
Okay.
I don't usually set out plans and goals. I don't know, the year to just ramp with me. So I just will be like, whatever come. I'll go with the waves. I'll roll with the waves.
Did you see my post today? I was told several years ago that every year you should have a financial, personal, fitness, family, and spiritual goal every
I
year.
mean to say you just always have those goals and then you just start with it. Like fitness, you just start with it. And then you just lose some weight, and then you feel a little good, but then you just see some food, and then you'll be like,
You want a little bit more.
then you say, you know what, I'm going to savings. You're not gonna start saving before they're gonna put
But the
aside
goal, the thing about the goal is the consistency and because I know my issue is always consistency. I'll start and I'll stop and I'll start and I'll stop. So even if the goal is to be consistent with one thing, having 5 glasses of water is something.
It's a family trait.
Right?
Yeah. I just fall off.
Me ain't even making them. I'd be like me eating chips or something, and then by the next day,
The same day.
I done with them things.
Well, I would like to put a testimony on that.
I can't just stop one time, I gotta break myself down into it. No,
No, but that's what I'm saying. Is there
you know
one
what?
thing like you
Truly
want
though,
to achieve?
my financial state. That's my goal. That's
a nurse had tell me, my nurse had tell me, instead of we just set up these big New Year's resolution, just add one thing to your list. Like say you're gonna do one thing, like Debbie said, you're gonna drink 5 glasses of water. That's a lot if you don't drink no water. So if you don't drink no water, you could start off with 2 glasses of water. And it don't have to be nothing that everybody else achieves. So you just got to go within yourself and say, like, what it is one thing. I remember years ago, I used to say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds. And then I said, Pinky, if you lose 1 pound every month, by the end of the year, you lose 52. You remember I said that, Debbie? And then that wasn't successful either. So then I said, well, at least if I lose a half a pound a week, then at the end, you do the bad. That didn't work either. So I said, well, look here. If I lose 1 pound a month, at least by the end of the year, I lose 12 pounds. That didn't work either. So I just keep adjusting year by year. And so now my goal is just don't gain no weight. I just exercise and eat properly. That's it, like simple. And I don't eat like all meals. I don't do like at least eat 2 good meals and then you could get your chips. And so that's my goal. I eat 2 good meals and then I eat my chips. Or my
So I
ice cream.
gonna add to that.
This year is just financial for me, and again by myself. Just time, just learning myself.
And that's it.
Myself. That's it.
So
That's
so,
it, Ranchi.
so adding to the goals of eating, I am proud to announce today, as of today, I am 232 pounds. I have lost 40 pounds in the past 4
Beautiful.
months.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay.
So,
yay.
Kudos.
so
Good.
my biggest thing to you and whoever want to try this, you had a very good idea. Do what you can. But if you sacrifice, don't sacrifice things that are so major that you're going to relapse. You have to sacrifice small things. And the more small things you sacrifice, it'll bleed over. I have not eaten any kind of meat in 4 months. No fish, no shrimp, pork, nothing. I stopped that cold turkey. And for the first 3 weeks, it was miserable. I didn't know why I even embark on this bullshit. Oh, sorry. And I was like, this is the stupidest thing ever. And then everybody like, don't weigh yourself, don't weigh yourself. The son I went and buy a scale. And when I start to see the pounds them falling, I was even more motivated. And they're like, don't wait, don't watch the scale. I watch the scale every day, sometimes twice a day.
Yeah.
So if I drink too much water and nothing come out, I vex. So I still have 32 more pounds to go because I want to be 200 pounds. So don't give up. If that's your role, start small, but stay consistent, have will.
Consistency.
And that's what I learned the most this year is that I have that will. Because like you, man, I do that for 2 weeks and I say, you know what? Man, I go there and I go back to a pizza. But now I understand that I don't have the urges for it no more. I could see it and pass it. My 2 tests was Thanksgiving and Christmas. And the only thing I broke out of that is I had baked macaroni and cheese. That's it. You understand? So at the end of the day, we all have that will and we all could apply it. But just apply it to your reality. They say, oh, a man 6 foot at 50 plus, you should be 174. But you can imagine me, I don't got a big head. How I gonna be 170? I gonna look crackish. I can't do that. A real for me would be 200 pounds. And the doctor then will just have to work with that because I feel that's very good. But I will encourage anybody on doing that. You know what I mean? That's a better health is wealth. So there you go.
I ain't gonna lie, I did that back in 2017. I was able to lose about 34 pounds. About 34 pounds. And like you say, I start to look crackish. I get too slim. My collarbone was showing too
Yeah.
much. Because that was Start to wear too much. The size of the clothes I start to wear were too small. I look like the wind could have blown me over. I said, nah, this ain't for me. So I put it back on. Not all of it, but put on a lot of it. But
Right.
I can't. It's 6'5", so I can't be a stick. I ain't gonna look
Yeah,
good. It don't look good in the
I
wind.
hear that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it don't look good in the wind. So I put back on the weight. I can find a different aspiration.
How about you, Halima?
Ah,
You have any out of the box
so,
goals for 2022?
to relax.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you,
it. I
God.
realized I realized that people say that they want peace in their life, they want to be drama free and things like that. But then when it happens, they go looking for trouble.
Right.
And that's me. Like I said, I had a really chill year this year. This is my first time. How old am I? Like 43. So from as far back I can remember, since my 20s until now, there has been something going on in my life. Some kind of drama, some kind of negativity, something. And come 2021, I didn't have none of that. Everything I said I want to do, I do. And I just been happy. So I'm like, something wrong, what's going on here? A shoe gonna drop, like, but nothing did. So for me, going into 2022, it's just to enjoy the peace I keep saying I want. Enjoy the drama-free life I keep saying I want. Like, why am I looking for problem? What you look for gonna come for you. So I ain't looking for no more drama and none of that stuff. And like everybody else, my goal is to always make more money. However, to make more money, make more money.
That's
So
right.
that's it. 2022 is about enjoying what I work so hard to accomplish, which is a drama-free, financially stable, peaceful life.
Amen. That's good.
I
Okay.
I I learned to just say it, Halima. Not I want to. My thing ain't I want to.
Well,
I
I'm
going
going to
to
enjoy
make.
it. I'm
Right.
going to
I
enjoy
going
it.
to, and I am going to make more money.
I'm going to do
And
all
then
those
I don't
things.
even say thank you God in advance.
Well, my
Hmm.
grandmother, she was a true believer. Again, the I have this book my sister made me buy, called "It Works," and
Hmm.
it's a small little book, and it talks about it's this little book, and it talks again about you say your affirmations, but it's about writing it and putting it someplace where you can see every single day,
Hmm.
because there's something about looking at it and reading it every day that helps to bring it to fruition. So I remember she told me that one year I was working at the hospital, and she said, write down what it is you want. And I wrote all these like 6 or 7 different things. I can't
Hmm.
remember how long it took. It didn't take long, but I ended up getting a job at Legal Services, making more than I had put on the paper,
Hmm.
with even better benefits, and everything that I wrote down came to fruition. So
Yeah,
I know that writing things down really works.
I agree with that.
So
Hmm.
and putting it somewhere where you can see it, because just writing
Yeah,
it and not seeing it doesn't help. But
that's why it's good to have a journal. Like when I look back on all the journals I have come so far from where I used to be. So I'm very happy about that. Like I told you guys, I had a serious anger management problem. So I have got that under control.
I would have
So
never
I'm
thought that.
good.
I would have never thought that. Where did that come from?
So like I said, having a journal is a wonderful thing. You can look back on how far you come. You can write down things that you don't want to tell other people, and then to go back and see the things you wrote, to go back and see how miserable you used to be and how you are now is a really great feeling to say, yeah, I said I'm going to do this. I said I'm going to be in this space in life, and it came to pass. So I'm really big on writing down what I want in life and what I expect to get in life and how I'm going to do it.
amen.
Debbie's
Amen.
proud of you.
I'm proud. I'm
I said Debbie's proud of you.
proud.
What you said,
How
Debbie?
about you, Lucien?
I thought you forgot about me. Keep trying to hide in the background.
Not at all.
No, you need the best for last.
Or he just easily forgotten Halima.
I know, right?
No, no, you cannot forget him.
Anyway, I just want to start living. I think that I just been like in a place where I've been so safe. You know what I'm saying? Just like doing the don't want to be seen, but being seen is weird. You know what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
just kind of like not really living my life. So I'm just gonna travel as much as I can travel, and just do the stuff that you know, be more, just be a little bit more open as well, you know, because I just think it's time to live. You got too much people just like dropping down, and
Yep.
it's getting closer and closer to home. So I'm just like, okay, so you're gonna wait till you're on your deathbed and think about the stuff you should have done and could have done. So it's time to live, man, you know, and be happy. And you know, I mean, I've had like some really good years, you know what I'm saying, but it's always been so safe. You check. So I think now it's time to live and enjoy life.
Excellent.
My friend Marilyn, she was on the show one time. She said, "You know what? We still young and we gotta live our life." She said, "We gonna do it when you're 80," and it hit me like that. She said, "We gonna do it. You gonna go? I ain't gonna do it, but them, you know, them speed. What do they call them?
Oh,
Like
Dating.
dating.
no, not speed dating. When you're done, them speed like them little thing on the water,
Oh, jet ski.
jet ski."
Oh, jet ski. Yeah.
Yeah, and she was like, so she went jet skiing. I met this lady yesterday. She's 68 years old. She's from Vietnam. And she told me she was going to play basketball for her first time in her life. And she said she played tennis a while ago not for the first time, but she said she was swimming because of COVID. Anyway, she said she's learned in life to try everything one time. Just try it. If you don't like it, don't do it again, but just try it one time. She's the one who convinced me to do this bioluminescence thing, because I was like, she said, just try it. You don't like it, don't do it again. She said, I'm 68 years old and I'm going to play basketball for the first time in my life. And she said, I play tennis and I like it. And I'm going to do it again. And I see her today, I waved to her. She said, you play tennis? I said, no, not today.
But it's
And
true.
like,
But
yeah,
it's true
because
because
everybody wants.
go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Lucian.
Yeah, because I just think that we live in this like in this safe zone, you
Safe
know,
zone.
and it's just like, okay, so by you being safe, yes, you have survived this long, but look at all the other things that you're missing out on. Like I'm scared of heights, and I actually went on I zipline because it was this young lady I was dating, and then she was like she wanted that for her birthday, so I flew up to the States, and I was just okay, I go pay for it for you, and you have fun, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, nah, man, you can't do that, man. You check. So I went on it. The first little one, of course, is low.
Uh-huh.
It was, you know, I made it, you know, and I was like, okay, just keep your head straight and then just go, you know, and I did. So, and that was it was exciting, and I'm like, okay, suppose you didn't go on this now, would you have shared this experience?
Right.
So it's time to like, you know, create, you know, experiences, man.
It's so true because, like I said, I've been talking about this zip lining thing at least for about 9 years. And I keep like putting it off. And Pinky knows, because we went to Arizona together to the Grand Canyon and I was petrified. Like there were places
She
they
would
went,
not
I
go
would
see the
not go.
Good
I
about
was
that.
like, absolutely not. I am really deathly afraid of heights. But I have to conquer it. And the same thing about living life in 2018. I had told my kids when my youngest daughter graduated, I was traveling. I was doing all kind of stuff. And like I told y'all, I've been to South Africa. Never thought that I would have done that. I never even really thought about it per se. And I mean, thoroughly enjoyed it. Went to Dubai. I'm going back to Dubai. Went to Panama. COVID kind of stopped a lot of that, but you know, COVID's going to be around, so I have to do things to protect me.
So Debbie,
Yes.
let me ask you this:
Oh God.
are you scared of heights or are you scared of falling?
I
How
never
about
thought
both?
about it. Probably both.
Both.
I'm afraid of falling,
When
Rasta.
we went to the Grand Canyon, I was under the assumption that when you get up there, there's like a fence.
Oh,
Right.
yeah, she keeps saying that. She was like,
Yeah,
"Pinky, get
and
off
there was
fence."
not. It was like a pipe and a
Right,
pipe.
right.
You could like slip and fall over the cliff. I was like, why do I need to
So then
come
you're-
next to
So you're
that? I
scared of
can
falling then.
I was
So you're scared of
petrified. We
falling.
even got a
Right.
flat tire driving up there. It was crazy because
That was a sign. The flat tire was a sign.
Yeah, I don't know what time it was.
No, because the flat
Even
tire
more
was
time.
the flat tire wasn't even in Arizona. What did
It
it
was
was?
in Arizona.
It was in Arizona. Yeah, it was.
We were almost to the
That's it.
thing.
Let's turn around. Let's see what happened today.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It was. We had some scary moments, and I made it. I don't need to go back, but I enjoyed it, right? But it's like Lucian said, it's like you're gonna live life when you're 70, 80, 90 years old and say I should have, would have, could have. And
Mhm.
I don't want to do that either. So I am going to live life, enjoy.
That's right.
Because again, like you don't want to have regrets. And
Nope.
like I said, even for my trips, I remember when I was going to South Africa, somebody's like, why would you want to go all the way there? I'm like, why not?
Yeah, why not?
You won't know until you actually go. And I am so thankful. You know, my cousin was like that we were going. And I'm so thankful to him that we went, you know. Like I said, I've been to Dubai. I love Dubai. I didn't get to see a lot of things because we had gone with my dad. And when we were on the plane going there, we were like, okay, we are taking an 81-year-old man to Dubai. Did we really think this through? So we didn't do a whole lot of things. So I want to go back. And again, travel is it. Sometimes when you live in this bubble, you think like this is all there is. And when you go out of that, you're like, wow. So yeah, you got to do things. And like Pinky said, like she said, just try something once. I'm scared.
You all know.
I started that this year. All kind of look. I changed so much this year that my neighbor them like I was not a dog person, and I just been trying all kind of things. Look, I got 2 dogs living in my house now, so my neighbor them stop my kids on the street, right? Cut it out. They say your mother changed, my son. Your mother got dog living in the house. I said, look, Vincent, that from heaven cussing me terrible. Like he's like, that Pinky full of fat. He wanted dogs, and I was like, no, we can't have no dogs. I had 4 little kids, so like no. But I got 2 dogs living in my house. Just a totally different person. But I like what Debbie said with the traveling, because they got a lot of places I want to see, but still places in the United States I want to see. But it's the living every single day that I had to embrace, the everyday, not waiting for these big events, but every day. So when I went to Florida the other day, I was hanging out with my friend, he said, we had such a good time, I overdo it. I had such a good time that I overdid it. You know what I mean? But the little things is just as important as the big thing.
Exactly.
We gotta embrace all of it.
Yep.
Talking about travel, y'all know Nina Mitchell?
Danina, yeah.
Yeah, y'all know. Y'all ever watch her when she posts stuff?
Yeah. Danina has been everywhere.
That heifer have not. I don't even know what to call it. She been.
Let me tell you, if there's a place to go,
times.
Danina is going to be there. She the other day she went to, I think it was Iraq. And I was like, why would she go to Iraq? Like she's taking pictures next to soldiers. But that's Danina. She's always been that person. And even looking through her pictures and her videos and stuff, like I have a bag that she bought in, I can't remember which African country. And she sent it to me. And yeah, I look at a lot of Danina's travels and I'm like, if she can do it, why can't I?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, hold on now. She works for the airline. Don't make it
She does,
sound
so
like
that's different. I know.
Like,
no,
okay.
But I'm just saying, she will get on a plane and she's gonna be in a country for 3 days or 2 days. She gone. That's just who she is.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, she is not limiting herself at all.
I'm going to reach out to her. I want some money. That's what I want. I want money from all them different countries.
I'm sure she has.
Yeah, I think that would be so cool. You know what I mean?
I like to collect money from different countries. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I think Canada have the prettiest money. Oh my God, the money's so pretty. Oh Lord.
That's another place I haven't been. I want to go to also.
I have some Santo Domingo pesos.
Go to Caravana.
You hear him, Randy?
Caravana. No, say that again.
I have some Santo Domingo pesos if you want.
Let me tell you, I had that when I was like 18, 19 years old, buddy. Yeah, I had those pesos.
Oh,
yes,
wow.
sir. But
man.
I don't know if all of Canada got the same money. It was Vancouver. That was the British side. So I don't know if all of them have the same money. They do?
They do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's French. It's French, yeah.
No, there's British. I've been to Toronto. But that was years ago, and then I went Vancouver. So,
It's the
Listen,
same.
I could understand that. I worked for American from 95 to 2005, and I've been on a plane every month. Literally, I've been on a plane all the time. I mean, I was all over the place. Europe, all over America, Caribbean. I just had a good time. And when you're working in airlines, you have to definitely take advantage of those benefits because they're gonna be there forever.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
It
True.
was dope.
Well, it is countdown. Is there anything that anybody, I kind of asked if there's any topic that we have not really delved into in either 2020 or 2021 that you are looking forward to us discussing. You know, I'm always playing it on the safe side, but are there things that we need to talk about for next year that we haven't?
Sex.
Real life situations. Like we need to talk about real financial situations where people could really benefit
Right.
from some help. Stuff of that nature, man.
Correct. Argumentative stuff.
like what, Ranchi?
I don't know. But right now, listen, I feel the bottle.
You see
I
the
still gotta
bottle?
feel the bottle myself.
While I
I'm about to,
my
I'm about to get Benin back.
Why, hey. Thank
But
you.
but like again, I just kind of also want to reiterate to everybody, you know, I know
Oh,
that we're going
Miriam,
through.
sorry, Debbie. Miriam suggested today that we have a show on how aging affects relationship. Like, so the choices that we would make in our 20s, 30s, how differently are the choices now in this other half of our life? So for Ranchi, and then Halima, and then Lucian, and myself, and then Ayo.
She's full of it. She is full of it.
What kind of arrangement was that? Like, where you get that from?
What she's doing by age.
My
She
age.
is
She got
full
my
of it.
age.
Why you so
Full of it.
slow?
I'm so slow. I just tried to figure out where's your angle.
So she's
Yeah.
so you're saying, of course, yeah, okay, we can talk about that. Yeah, 'cause, yeah, there's things that I now know at this age that if I had you know I told you that, Pinky, at 20, maybe I wouldn't have stayed stuck in a situation for as long as I did. So I could
Miriam
have
talk
enjoyed
about
my
that too.
20s and my 30s better.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
yeah. Is there anything else?
I learned
No,
I should
she has said that, and
Will you say, Raji?
I said I learned I should do picnics.
Yeah, you should do picnics.
Oh my gosh, right. It's a wrong mind. Listen here.
Um, but again, I
Okay.
want to encourage everybody who is able to join us in St. Martin. We really want to have a good time getting to, come together collectively. And this will be only the first of several trips that we're going to be doing. And again, just being family. We're family on social media. We're family in the love and enlightenment, but it would be nice to come together. So if you're able to, please join us. I want to wish everybody safety again with this uptick of numbers. Yeah, a lot of people that I know now have been affected in the last week or two. So please be safe. Continue to use the things that kept you safe in 2020.
2021.
No, 20.
Oh,
Well,
2020. Sorry. I
yeah, in
went ahead
2020
already.
and 2021.
I went ahead already.
I just think people have gotten lax. And so whether you're vaxxed or not, to really just be vigilant because a lot of people are being affected right now. So,
Bars.
but I want to wish everybody a happy new year, a blessed 2022. And let's just make it great.
Yeah.
And I just have to one thing before we leave. Just one thing before we leave. You can't bull at 11:59 and finish at 12:01 because that's all pom pom you're beating. Get fresh stuff for the new year.
I don't even follow Randy.
Yeah. I think Pinky's slow on that one.
I'm really slow. I did
Yeah.
not get it. Like,
God.
Leave it. Don't figure it out. Leave it. Don't figure it
No,
out.
man,
All
I'll
right.
leave Pinky. I'll leave Pinky
We
alone.
don't
I'll leave
need-
Pinky
yeah,
we
I'm
alone.
don't
gonna
need
explain
one
it
of those
because you know I
happy
ain't
laughing
figured it
now.
out.
What you say,
Okay,
Randy?
I will enlighten you after the show. But
Please,
for
I have
everybody,
no clue what has just been said. I have no
Happy
clue. I
New
don't
Year,
understand.
happy bullying. Enjoy the rest of this year. Go for it.
Randy,
When
some people gonna just go sleep or they don't watch church or something. Like everybody is not going to be having them kind of festivities.
That
Okay.
sound like you alone. That sound like just you alone.
So as always, thanks, everyone, Randy, Halima, Ranchi, of course, Lucia, Pinky, and Debbie. We just want to say thanks to everyone. And the gentleman in the background, Happy New Year
That's
to
my
you too.
uncle.
Uncles, what's going on, Unc? What's up, Unc? How you doing, Unc?
Good night, Uncle Reggie.
We'll see you in a
Good
couple
night,
months,
Uncle.
man.
Have a happy
We'll
New
see you in a couple
Year.
months.
I'll
Definitely.
meet you soon.
But, definitely thanks to everyone. Thanks for all the contributions that you've all done throughout the year. I know. I mean, it's an amazing
Have a
experience.
happy bless.
We're gonna keep rocking, and as always, wishing everyone great things, good things, great things, beautiful things.
Exactly.
Wonderful
That's
things,
just
Llanos.
so brother.
Wonderful things.
That's your thing, huh?
Yes, I want to wish everybody a happy, blessed New Year. Just claim one thing, and then we'll meet up next year and discuss it. One thing. One thing.
Everybody cool?
Cool.
Okay. Good night.
See how you
Good night,
see how-
family.
Good
Love you
night.
guys. Hey,
See y'all next
Karen. Miss
year.
you.
See you
Good
now.
night.
See how you next time. Get me drunk. Goodbye.